Hello, welcome to HBM's Cryptid-Corner for Thursday, special Thursday edition, August 18th, 2022. We have a couple of things to talk about, so let's get started. Watch. Ivory-billed woodpecker caught on film. Arguing that the ivory-billed woodpecker has not gone extinct, a research group have released a drone video that they contend shows the creature in flight. The intriguing footage was reportedly captured in 2021 and released last week by the organization Project Principalis, which is comprised of several experts who have been working alongside Pittsburgh's National Aviary in a years-long effort to prove that the bird still exists in some remote parts of the American Southeast. The group's co-founder, Mark Michaels, submitted a video to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service last month in response to the department's call for public comments regarding the possible extinction of the creature, which was last seen in 1944. Asserting that the video shows a landing sequence of the bird is coming to a fairly open area, he marveled that, when I reviewed the footage, I had jumped out of my skin. It's an ivory bill. In addition to what the group believes is video evidence, Michaels also contributed a researcher paper which makes the argument that the animal has not gone extinct. The submission is the latest salvo in a somewhat contentious fight between those who believe that the bird is no more and others who insist that the creature continues to exist. While that debate has long simmered in ornithological circles, it reached a boiling point last September when the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service proposed removing it from the endangered species list and declaring it extinct. Last month, in response to what they described as substantial disagreement among experts regarding the status of the species, the department announced that they had granted the bird a 6-month reprieve from reclassification so that researchers could once again submit their best evidence and arguments for the animal's continued existence. That window of opportunity is what led Project Principalis to put forward their package of materials, which includes the video, which Michaels called the clearest evidence to date of the survival of these elusive birds. An independent researcher out of Alabama also submitted a video of what he believes to be an ivory-billed woodpecker in the wild. However, not everyone is convinced that the newly submitted materials prove that the creature still exists, and in a testament to the impassioned feelings of both sides, they were rather frank in their assessment. Mark B. Robbins, an ornithologist, as he used me to say, for the University of Kansas, lambaste the footage is laughable to the Associated Press, and Brett Hartle of the Center for Biological Diversity, who mused that there are better, more reliable photographs of Sasquatch floating around the internet than these images of the supposed ivory-billed woodpecker. The final determination will come from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service sometime next year. Though, given the divisive nature of the debate, it wouldn't be surprising if they give the bird a bit more time to possibly be found. And here's the video. And I did not mean for that to happen. Okay, unless I'm half blind or half crazy, I may be half crazy, you never know. But I didn't see anything in that video. I'll play it again. We're supposed to be seeing a bird landing. Personally, I don't see anything but trees. I'll play the video one more time, just to be on the safe side. I don't see anything but trees. If anybody else watches this video and sees something in that video, let me know. Because I don't see anything. Perhaps it's no wonder this was considered laughable. Because you can't see anything. There's nothing to see. Sorry. There's nothing to see in that video. Again, maybe I'm half blind or half crazy. But I didn't see anything in that video. So if any of you see anything in that video, like I said, let me know. But I didn't see anything. So all I have to say is better luck next time, guys. Here's an interesting article called The 10 Most Convincing Bigfoot Sightings. Bigfoot seems to pop up in a lot of places, but he sure is elusive when it comes to having his photo taken. Except, of course, for the Patterson-Gimlin film. For decades, people around the world have been fascinated with the legend of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, or whatever you choose to call it. Sightings of a furry upright biped and reports of beastly footprints have been reported from as far afield as the Himalayas. Although no definitive proof exists, the often questionable reports continue adding up. Outside plunged into the deep, dark corners of this subculture to compile the most famous, perhaps most convincing, Bigfoot photos ever captured. Here's the evidence. Is Bigfoot real? You be the judge. The most famous Bigfoot photo above. Arguably the most famous and influential Bigfoot footage is the 1967 film shot by Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin in Northern California. The Bigfoot walk it depicts has been parodied by many, but never truly replicated. Even with this enhanced image, it's hard to tell if it's the person in the gorilla suit or the real deal. Well, maybe that's the truth. Marble Mountain Bigfoot. A youth group was camping in the Marble Mountain Wilderness, California, when leader Jim Mills noticed a strange-looking creature skulking along a ridge nearby. He filmed it for nearly 7 minutes, making the somewhat grainy footage the longest video of an alleged Bigfoot sighting. Personally, I think Marble Mountain is a person messing around up there. It looks too much like a person. It does not look like a Sasquatch. That's just my opinion on it. Eric Shipton's snowy Bigfoot Yeti footprint. British explorer Eric Earl Shipton snapped this photo while trekking through the Himalayas in 1951, alleging that the footprint belonged to a Yeti. In 2014, Christie's Auction House in London capitalized on the worldwide interest in Bigfoot and sold the original photo for nearly $5,000. Independence Day Bigfoot. Called the Independence Day film, a piece was caught in a remarkably clear video that shows an alleged adult Bigfoot walking through the woods with a cub kid in tow. The filmmaker and exact location are unknown, and many skeptics claim that there is a telling invisible scene of a gorilla suit. Provo Canyon Bigfoot. In October 2012, a group of siblings hiking in Provo Canyon thought they spotted a bear in the woods and started filming. When the creature stood up on two legs, the hikers ran, abruptly ending the shaky video. A year later, the siblings launched a Kickstarter campaign to investigate other Utah Bigfoot sightings. Allegheny Bigfoot. In 2007, hunter Rick Jacobs captured some of the most famous Bigfoot images to date with a camera mounted to a tree in Pennsylvania's Allegheny National Forest. His camera also captured clear photos of bear cubs, offering evidence that the unidentified animal was not Earth-sign, but skeptics believe the animal was just a bear sick with mange. That's what I believe as well. This photo has been circulating for a long time. I don't think it's a Bigfoot. I think it's a bear with mange. Initially, I thought maybe it was an escaped chimpanzee when I first saw the photo. But as time has progressed and we've seen more photos and videos of bears with mange, it's been kind of obvious that that's what this is. So it's just a bear with mange. Johnstown Smelly Bigfoot. Locals in Johnstown, Pennsylvania were baffled by a footprint measuring 17.75 inches found near a residential home in 1980. According to the Associated Press, the footprint coincided with reports of strange noises and a strong but unusual odor in the area. And there's the footprint. You can see that they put a matchbook in there for a scale item. That's interesting. Washington's Blue Mountain Bigfoot sighting. In 1992, not 1994, 1992, former U.S. Forest Patrolman Paul Freeman claimed he saw a family of Bigfoot in Washington's Blue Mountains. The video is shaky and grainy, but has been deemed a real deal by self-styled Bigfoot experts. Michael Freeman, the son of Paul Freeman, is writing a book about his father. Should be out soon. It should be very good. It should be very interesting. Mississippi Bigfoot. Now here's one closer to home. Mississippi resident Josh Highcliffe captured video of this potential Bigfoot while hunting on his property in 2013. Afraid to go back to the woods, he posted the footage to YouTube asking for help to identify the animal or for a prankster to come forward. It's a very interesting video. And as I said, it's closer to home. It appears to show something, a possible skunk ape or Sasquatch, tearing up a tree, apparently trying to get to something. Don't know what it was trying to get to, but it was trying to get to something. Provo Bigfoot video number 2. A hiker was walking through the Utah hills near Provo Canyon in 2012 when he spotted a large animal in the woods. As he approached, the animal stood up on 2 legs and started throwing rocks at him, supposedly a trademark behavior of Sasquatch. This video is featured on The Proof. The Truth is out there. I'm thinking about the X-Files. This video is featured on The Proof is Out There. It proved to be very interesting. And you can see what appears to be a creature or a guy in a suit, whichever you prefer, throwing rocks. Throwing rocks at the cameraman. But we don't know which it is. Apparently this one was taken in 2012 also, just like the other one was. The other Provo Canyon video. But it's fascinating. It's very interesting. If it's real. If it's a real Sasquatch, not a guy in a suit. So there you go. And that's going to do it for this week. I want to thank you for tuning in. You guys are the heart of the show. I always say that, but I always mean it. And I'll continue this as long as you guys want me to. Hey, until 2 weeks from now, y'all be good or be good at it. This makes me in Cryptid-Corner.